Okay, this is the test drive video where I will obviously test drive the car. There's a bit of a virtual test drive. The car in question is the Prius, obviously. Please see the other videos for a bit of background as to myself and the company, and also a good look around every single gizmo and gadget, showing those all working, an interior look around the car, and I'll also do a video of a good walk around, pointing out any blemishes or anything else on the exterior. So this video is just I always break them up into parts just to make it easier to upload actually to YouTube and things. So this is just a quick test drive. So jumping in, put your foot on the foot brake, the key goes into the slot here. Press start and you'll see the lights come on. Nothing happens apart from the air conditioning started and other things, but the car doesn't make any noises. If I turn the climate control off completely, you can just hear the car start actually, because its battery must be running a bit low. Yeah, it's charging the battery up there, as you can see. So as long as I leave the audio off, yeah, climate off, then we should charge up the battery a bit. It's just turned itself off again. So you simply press this across and down, and that's into drive. You can see drive engaged there on the dash ahead of us. It's sort of a heads-up display kind of thing, really. Take the handbrake off, and away we go. So it's completely silent to begin with, as you can see, being driven by the electric motor at the moment, but the battery is not very full, so that won't last forever. As soon as I put my foot down, you can hear the engine turn on and engage, and it works. You can hear very much, certainly at lower speeds especially, the battery assisting acceleration and things, because it's only a little 1.4 engine. Part of the reason it's so economical is it's just using a little 1.4, and then it's using the battery as an assistance. And when you brake again, you can hear the woo, that sort of whining. Again, that's it using the kinetics from the a bit like KERS technology in Formula 1. If you follow Formula 1, it's using the batteries, the brakes to charge up the battery. So yeah, it's nice though. Sat at traffic and stuff, there's not a rumbling or anything else. It's just silent, using the same as the what you find in BMWs with the start-stop technology. Although it's like a bit better than what you get in a BMW in that way, it's not just turning on and turning off, but also assisted. It starts up and assists you in the start. So what I'm hoping to do a little bit is show. It's been all town driving today and yesterday, but so the battery's fairly flat. So but when it's as soon as you've normally been out anywhere, or on a normal sort of trip, it's not just been literally to the shops and back, you tend to find the battery's charged up to full, in which case you can press a small button down here, which is called the EV button. That then comes up on the dash, and the car will drive then completely on electric for as long as it can, and that's up to about 30 miles an hour, 32 miles an hour. So if I press that now, you'll see that come up on the dash there. Now the car will attempt to use only electric energy. I and my wife use this, or have been using this for nipping back and forth to the shops, she uses it to go to work and back, which is just across town, and it'll do anything up to 2 to 3 miles on purely electric energy. So that's a good trip around town, good trip to the shops or whatever. And also it's at the time when you tend to use most of your fuel consumption. You tend to get a low teens, sort of 15 miles per gallon, that sort of thing, with that sort of stop starting. But as you can see, it's using purely electric now. There's no engine running whatsoever, and you can see that on the display here. You can see the actual engine. There's nothing coming from that. It's purely from battery power, and that's good for say up to about 32 miles an hour, so it's made purely for urban driving, obviously. But it's very, very good, very, very effective, very, very quiet, and yeah, free, basically. Completely free. I mean, you can't say that about most things these days, so yeah. There you go, still working, totally on electric. As I say, the batteries aren't very charged, but nevertheless it works anyway. Okay. Right, go down here towards my house, and it's a terrible road surface. You'll be able to hear there's no knocks, bangs, bushes, clonks or otherwise. The car has been very highly maintained with full service history. The next service is due in a couple of thousand miles. Still running completely on electric. I wanted to show this specifically because just to show that there is no problems at all. Now the EV light flashing there to tell me that it's now not going to use just electric anymore because the batteries are just too flat, so it's turned itself off, and there you can hear it's using the engine now. And you can see that on there, the engine now is assisting with the extra arrows you've got go backwards and forwards to show that. Brakes true, straight, perfectly. Air conditioning and everything else you can see in some other videos, again working completely perfectly. Do look at the other videos. I am very thorough in going through all aspects of any car I have in, because I would like people to be completely aware of any issues that are there. There aren't any issues with this car. There is only maybe one or two tiny minor little scratches or anything, which is nothing outside of what you'd expect. But still, check all the videos and make sure you know what you're buying, and before you come and have a look. That saves everyone a lot of time. But certainly test drives and everything are welcome, very, very welcome. Part exchanges are welcome. Bikes, cars, cash either direction, doesn't matter. As you can tell, when you're reversing, it's got the normal Toyota beep. It's also completely silent, which is a bit eerie. Perhaps if I key down the window, you'll be able to hear that. If I now engage drive, completely silent, and then if I just accelerate, you'll hear the engine. Completely started again. Using electric only to reverse. And then again, as I accelerate, the engine will come. And there we are. As I say, any questions, do give me drop me an email, just give me a call. I'm happy to answer any questions, and yeah, happy to take part exchanges to look at those. And thank you very much for looking.